The Desert Rose Motel wasn't much to look at, but it was a decent place to stay if you were traveling through the Nevada desert and desperately needed a place to crash. Most of the rooms were always empty or semi-empty, which was why when room 6 was booked for a week at a time, the motel owner didn't think much of it. What was strange, though, was that nobody ever saw the guest, not a glimpse of them in the parking lot, not a sound from behind the closed door. And yet every morning the room was immaculate when the maid came to clean it. The maid was a young woman named Anna, who had just moved to Vegas from California to start a new life. She was ambitious and liked the idea of working at the motel because she hoped to save enough money to start her own business someday. But after a few weeks of dusting stale ashtrays and vacuuming empty chip bags, she was starting to get a little bored. That's when she started paying more attention to the guests. Mr. Davis, the motel owner, had given her a key to room 6 so she could clean it whenever she wanted. He also told her not to go in there unless the room was occupied because he didn't want his guests disturbed. But there were no signs of life under the door, no muffled voices, no flushing toilets, nothing. And when Anna looked through the peephole, she could only see darkness. But one night, while making her rounds, she noticed the door was slightly ajar. Curiosity got the better of her, and she pushed the door open and stepped inside. The room was big and empty, except for a queen-size bed, a TV, and an old leather suitcase sitting on the dresser. The room was dusty and smelled like stale cigarettes and lavender. The TV was off, but the volume was turned up, the remote lying face up on the blanket, as if someone had just gotten up and left in a hurry. She checked the bathroom. It was empty. She checked under the bed. Nothing. Then she saw the diary lying on the pillow. She opened it and started reading. It was filled with neat rows of tiny handwriting. The first entry stated, "He's here. I can feel him watching me from outside the window." The next entry was dated 2 days later. "I haven't moved. I don't dare move. He's watching me from the closet this time." And the next entry, "He's in the bathroom now. I can hear him breathing. I'm going to try to escape through the window. And then, it's too late. He's blocking the door. I can't leave." All the entries were dated within a week of each other, and they all ended the same way. "He's watching me. I can't leave." Then Anna noticed something odd. All the entries were written in different handwriting, as if each person had only been able to write their final moments. Then she tried to get out, but the door was locked. She jiggled the handle and screamed for help, but no one came. She ran to the window, but it was boarded up. Just then, the doorknob turned and the door creaked open. "Hello?" Anna screamed, backing away. "Who's there? Mr. Davis?" No answer. The figure stepped into the room. It was a man. He looked familiar, like she had seen him around the motel, but she couldn't be sure. "Who are you?" The man walked toward her slowly. "I'm the one who's been watching you," he said. Anna screamed again and ran to the door. She threw the latch and stepped out into the hallway. She was in another room 6. She turned to go back, but the door was gone. In its place was another numbered sign, this one reading room 7. On the other side of the room stood another door, identical to the one she had just come through. Anna hesitated, then knocked. On the other side of the door was another room 6, and when she stepped inside, she found the same bed, the same TV, the same suitcase, and on the dresser, the same worn leather notebook. Its pages filled with the same neat rows of desperate handwriting, each ending with the same chilling line. "He's watching me. I can't leave." As Anna turned to flee, she realized the door was gone. In its place, a new sign reading room 8. Beyond it, another room 6. And beyond that, another door and another room 6. There were an infinite number of these rooms, a never-ending labyrinth of desperation and despair. And as she walked through them, she realized that none of them had windows, and that the only way out was the way she had come in, a way that would lead her back to Room 1, where it all began.